we've just arrived at the tournament. This one's going to be a pretty tough one for us. There are a lot of good teams here. But yeah, we're going to be trying out a new ring score. It might or might not work. We're going to try it out and see how it does. We also might be trying out a new autonomous program too. So that should be fun. We haven't tested it yet, so it might just go completely berserk. But we're going to try to have fun at this tournament and see how well we can do.
I have absolutely no idea how our new ring score is gonna work. I mean, I have high hopes for it. I hope it's gonna work well, but I mean, if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. But if it does, that'll be awesome. That'll get us a lot more points, and yeah, hopefully it can help us in the matches.
So we just finished a very unfortunate first match. Our Auton didn't pull the goal back, so we ended up losing autonomous because I think it was going over the line on the Red Alliance home zone side. But so yeah, when we tried to pull it back, our opponents pulled back as well, and they ended up tipping us over. And even though we tried to let go and pull away, we weren't able to release, and we got stuck there the whole match. It's an unfortunate way to start the tournament, but hopefully we can bounce back and hopefully do better in our next match. So we just finished our second match. First off, we did not tip over, so we got to move and drive around the whole match. Second, we were able to fill a goal up with 2 rings and drive with the platform. So I know the 2 rings only got us like 4 points. Well, it's still a victory because it's the first rings we've ever scored, so that's positive. And we know that the ring score works kind of, sort of, but yeah, we're gonna try to that strategy worked really well. We're gonna try it again in this next match and see what happens. So we just finished our third match. This time we didn't fill it up with 2 rings. We filled it up all the way up with rings. And when we tried to drive up the platform, there were rings keeping it from pushing down all the way, the platform from lowering down all the way, so we couldn't drive up. So we still won. However, the rings were touching our robot, so they did not count. That's unfortunate because that would have been probably like 30, 40 points. But yeah, we still won. But we're gonna try to keep that up. Been doing really well. So we just finished our 4th match. We did really well in this one as well. We were able to drive up the platform with 2 and a few rings. This time those rings counted, so we were able to get those extra points. Yeah, that was the same strategy as before, and we're gonna try to keep doing. Yeah, that was a really good match for us. We're gonna try to keep doing that and see how well we can do.
Auto in 3, 2, 1, go!
We just finished our 5th match. This one, we did really, really good. This is the highest score we've ever gotten. We got a 187. At the beginning of the match, us and our alliance partners, we loaded our goals up with rings, and then we stacked. But the coolest thing about this is we were both middle schoolers, and we beat 2 high school teams. So that was a killer match for us. And we did super good. We stacked 3 up on the platform with rings. Yeah, at the end, our opponents were trying to balance. They kept tipping over one way and then back the other, but it was a fun match.
All right, 7110A and 1020J. Drops one as they get their win point. 2204F and 1579K, however, get the autonomous.
So just finished our 6th and final match of the day. This one, we did okay in it. Like, we didn't, like, our bot itself did not stack any. Our strategy kind of, there's a lot of weird pushing and shoving between the bots early on. So the strategy that we intended on using was not going to work, so we had to kind of go pick stuff on the fly, and yeah, we still ended up getting the win because big neutral goal was underneath our opponent's platform, so those goals did not count. But yeah, we did pretty good in this one. Fortunately, that means that we're going to be able to stay up in the top 10-ish. I think we're like 11th or 10th now. But yeah, hopefully they'll help us out in the alliance rounds.
All right, Team 10 and 20B, the Gold Diggers. What do you like to choose?
15979.
Team 1597. Okay, we'll accept this one and then we'll go through this one and then we'll slow down a little bit. So 15979K, you accept. And they accept the middle school powerhouse duo. Becomes fun. Annihilation unit going against 54665D and 8188K. Raymond Auto.
Driver in 3, 2, 1, go!
As the plots are underway, and 15979K tries to grab the goal into this. 10-20B, however, is stacking up rings high into their goal. And we see these middle scores came up before early qualifications. And they should not be underscored by their age. They are holding strong as they both stacking them higher rings. Meanwhile, 8188K is holding on as 54665D is totally disconnected right now. That's quite unfortunate. 15979K, Annihilation unit, is still putting rings in. And they get more and more. 10 and 20B is just holding the goal as their own. 15979K is still holding theirs. 8188K. Come on, they can have 54665D. Drops the goal and doesn't balance it. As we reach the 40-second mark. Focusing, holding their head, holding their respective goals. Know that they only need a win. As it starts knocking down, as you hear the call out, as the 30-second break goes off. As 15979K pushes it into position. As 10 and 20B tries to grab onto their goal. Notice that they miss it once, and they grab it the second time. As they miss, and they hit the platform dangerously, that could spell disaster momentarily. 10 and 20B trying to jump the third one and be successful. And that's a match. It's high schoolers beating middle schoolers. How do you feel about calling that? They're saying that's very good and it's gonna happen.
Auto in 3, 2, 1, go!
As the bombs are underway, 15979K, still the goal, 20B, however, does it. Civil Rollins gonna see it, puts it over to the side. However, those two pegs, those two goals with the peg, and then it leads to a blue autonomous win. Driving control.
3, 2, 1,
Go! As we see that there's middle schoolers versus high schoolers. Can the middle schoolers hold on? Or will the high schoolers play dirty to them? 14 versus 16. Those are good middle school teams that go for rings all around. Putting rings into their high school pegs. And they're doing it quite successfully. Meanwhile, 7110C with 2 lower goals. And 7110X who did and then later just plowing around the field. 20B without a goal in their 4-more clip. Here come the backup later. 15979K. Oh, with rings. Looks like it's not going off and right going to cut out to the player that lost the rings. Let's see how quick it is. 7110X. The drive hard. Can you do it? Can you hit the crowd? And it's getting close. Everyone can see all this things in here. This is quite the match. It's only the 40 seconds remaining. Hope I got something to same question I did last time. How do you feel about going against middle schoolers? It's alright. It's alright? I'm scared. He's scared. He's intimidated.
Auto in 3, 2, 1, go!
As the bus comes to life, as all comes life. Oh! Look at that! We have 2 bucks at 4 over. That's quite the predicament. It's a tie. We're at a tie.
Driver in 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's see how this one plays out. Well, by next up, 9K. The feeling to give it up. Hold 2 to 0 for left. Leads 7-23 in the test. It's 7-23. Look at us falling over. This was disaster for Blue. Can the middle schoolers bring it back? We'll have to see what by next up, 9K. Hey, the teammate is telling that hard down. You want 2 to 0 for C is ingesting wings and putting it onto the goal. Team to 0 for F. It's trying. You want 10 and 20B. It's trying whatever they can for their life to get back up. 2-2-2-0 for C. Gets over stuffing down the brains. 2-2-2-0 for F is trying to put the 3 goals. And this is not how I want to end, but that's how it took me from us sometimes. In 50 seconds, 10 and 20B is dead in the water. I've seen this one before. Speaks of personal experience. 2-0 was a massive part. Look at that. 15979K is still trying to take wins with 30 seconds remaining. It may be over, guys. It may be over. The reign of the middle schoolers comes to an end. 15979K will not stop, though. They will keep going. Can they park? Can they at least park? At least do it. Congratulations.
And another friend at this tournament. This is Vex Spark.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'd like to shout out Team 2373J, especially for shouting me out previously. All of 1082. These guys are awesome, and I bet they'll do well in the future.
Yeah, in our last video, you saw the Robonaut team. They shouted him out, and yeah, this is him. Yeah.
It was also an honor emceeing them.
So yeah.
All right, I need to head out, but peace.
So we just got back from the tournament. Obviously, we both knew that it was going to be a tough tournament going in, knowing that there were a lot of good teams in there. But personally, I think we did really well taking on those high school teams. And yeah, we tried out the new ring score, and yeah, it worked better than we even expected it would work.
It was a little bit frustrating because some of the rings would always touch putter of a robot. That would mean that all those rings didn't count. So like the first couple matches, none of the rings counted, even though we loaded up like 30 points worth of rings.
Because the weird thing part about our goal carrier is to help with the stability of the goal that's in that carrier, is there are 2 C channels that go right over top of it to secure it, and so those often interfere with the rings. So that was a little bit frustrating. But when we were with 1082OB in the alliance rounds, we stacked instead of keeping that goal in our goal carrier. So those rings started counting once we stacked the goals instead of parking. But yeah, we mentioned 1082B. We'd like to thank them for being our alliance partner in the alliance rounds. We did super well with them. I feel like we were really good separate, but once we came together, we were almost unstoppable. And obviously, I say almost unstoppable because we were stopped there in the semifinals. But so yeah, it was a really fun tournament, and we're gonna try to do well at our next tournament in Georgia.